Hello everyone, I'm Runal Mehta and welcome back to our channel digiate.com. We are your digital aid and we provide free courses on the subjects of business and marketing.
Let's start with the challenges faced in branding a product. Branding is not easy. It is not just about giving a name or attractive logo or a slogan. It is one of the most challenging tasks a brand manager would face. Broadly, the challenges are: first, smart customers, the issue of brand explosion, change in media channels, decreasing brand loyalty among consumers, increased competition from several brands, increasing advertising cost, and the issue of greater responsibility and accountability. Let's look at each one of them briefly with suitable case studies and examples, starting with the first one of smart customers. In this age, customers have a plethora of options for obtaining information, for instance through Google. This has become one of the most pressing problems in marketing. It is widely considered that traditional communication such as print advertisements, outdoor and TV commercials are harder to persuade people these days. Consumers have become more demanding as a result of having greater understanding and experience in marketing and exposure. The success of brand is actively influenced by customers. Moving on to the next one of brand explosion. Brand extensions have been on the rise. This has led to an increase in the number of brands and products, which is a significant shift in the branding environment. A variety of distinct items with varying degrees of resemblance now qualifies as a branding identification characteristics. Example: Samsung smartphones. Samsung has many brands like A, J, Note, Galaxy, etc. This can sometimes be confusing. Now that a lot of brands are expanding, selling places have become congested. Just getting a product on the shelf of a retail store can cause fight between brands. Apple, on the other hand, has played safe by keeping the number of iPhone varieties in check. The third issue of change in media channels. The use of interactive and non-conventional media has separated traditional advertising media from the rise of interactive and non-conventional media. Sports and event sponsorship, product placement in movies, interactive digital media, tiny billboards in transit vehicles, and store advertising, among other new forms of communication, are becoming increasingly popular. For instance, a campaign by Red Bull known as Red Bull Stratos. Oleg skydiver Felix Baumgartner was involved in a high-altitude diving project called the Red Bull Stratos. On October 14, 2012, he flew approximately 24 miles into the stratosphere over New Mexico, United States. He flew up in a helium balloon before free-falling in a pressure suit and then parachuting to Earth. According to the Australian media, more than 50 million euros was invested in the event by Red Bull. Moving on to number 4 of decreasing brand loyalty among consumers. There are a large number of manufacturers and vendors in each product and service category. This has resulted in consumers switching over from established legacy brands. For instance, in services, especially in the airline and the hospitality industries, a lot of brand switching occurs. And in every product category, e-commerce players along with their private labels are beginning to erode brand loyalty. This takes us to number 5 of increased competition. Globalization has initiated new markets and the new potential of sources of income and profits. At the same time, the number of competitors has increased in the same existing markets. This has prompted marketers to utilize a lot of price cuts and financial incentives. The rise in demand is due to, at least in part, due to both demand-side and supply-side factors. Private labels as well as low-cost loans has appeared on the market. Worldwide imitation of leading brands has increased. Let's look at these examples. First being of private labels. Private labels are an option for customers offered by big retailers. They are also known as house names or shop names. These are low-cost alternatives to branded items. Did you know almost 84% of Walmart consumers buy private label goods? Walmart's Great Value private label brand pulls in more than $27 billion annually in revenue for Walmart. Next, the issue of low-price clones. Micromax has always imitated Samsung Galaxy product through its canvas range of smartphones. Whereas on the other hand, Xiaomi has also made clones of Apple products and gave the company some competition for a brief period. Moving on to number 6, increasing advertising cost. With greater competition, the cost of introducing a new product or maintaining an old one has risen dramatically. This has made it more difficult for companies to keep up with their investment and support levels from previous years. Let's get a case study of increasing cost, especially the advertising cost. In this case, the Super Bowl ad rates. They have increased tremendously over the years. During the Super Bowl in 2020, $5.6 million was reportedly the rate for a 30-second TV commercial on Fox. In 2019, during the championship match, CBS charged $5.25 million for a 30-second slot. It could amount to roughly about $175,000 per second roughly. In 2018, the price was approximately $5.2 million for a 30-second slot. This was $1 million more than the cost to air a commercial during the 2014 Super Bowl. In 2008, the average ballpark figure for a 30-second ad was $2.69 million, according to Nielsen Media Research. In only 2 years, the price of a Super Bowl ad almost doubled. And finally, the issue of greater responsibility and accountability. The marketing team may be held responsible for meeting large-scale short-term profit objectives. This was due to financial market tension as well as top management demands. This might lead to a conundrum in which you choose between immediate benefits with long-term consequences. As an example, reducing advertising spending is one option but may not give you the benefits of greater eyeballs, and thus reduce sales and reduce profits. So that's it, folks. This brings an end to the topic on several challenges that you may face as a brand manager. These are the list of sources and links referred to for our content in the video. Thank you and stay tuned for more videos.